You just found out there's a warrant for your arrest, and you have no idea what triggered it. Maybe you missed a court date or someone filed charges without telling you, but now you're panicking, thinking, am I getting arrested at work, at home? I'm John Cannon. I'm a criminal defense attorney here in Oklahoma, and I've had hundreds of clients navigate this exact moment without ending up in handcuffs. This video walks you through the exact steps to take right now to protect your rights, get ahead of the charges, and avoid jail time. So, you stay in control, avoid surprise arrest, and don't make a move that makes your situation worse. 1. Find out exactly what your warrant is for. If you just found out there's a warrant for your arrest in Oklahoma, the first thing you need to do is breathe. I know that's easier said than done, but before you start panicking or imagining the worst, you need real information, and here's how you get it. Let me start by saying there is the easy way with an attorney looking into this for you, and then there's the hard way, trying to dig into this yourself. But let's just start with the hard way. If you're doing this alone, you can call the courthouse or warrant department of the police department in the county where you think the warrant might be filed. If you're not sure, start with the county where the alleged incident took place. Tell them you're checking for an active warrant. You can also check online. Every Oklahoma county has a searchable database at www.oscn.net, the Oklahoma Supreme Court Network. But be careful, online records are not always up to date. Don't assume you know what the warrant is for. Sometimes people think it's just a traffic ticket, but it turns out to be something much more serious, like missing a court date on a misdemeanor or even a felony charge you didn't know was filed. I once helped a client who had no idea a felony warrant was out for his arrest after a traffic stop in Oklahoma City. He thought it was just a ticket, but it was actually for possession of drugs. Ask specifically, what is the charge? Is there a bond set? Which judge issued it? This information guides every next step. Don't rely on rumors or what a friend of a friend told you they saw or heard. This brings us to the easy and safe way, working with an Oklahoma criminal defense attorney. Your attorney will have access to contacting the people with answers, to confirm what you're facing, and we can do it confidentially. You have a right to know what you're up against before you make any moves. 2. Do not ignore the warrant or try to wait it out. A lot of people think if they just keep a low profile, the warrant will go away, or maybe you're hoping the police won't find you. Please, please don't make that mistake. Warrants in Oklahoma do not expire or go away on their own. If you ignore a warrant, your risk of getting arrested at home, work, or even during a traffic stop goes way up. I've seen clients handcuffed in front of their kids or coworkers because they thought no one would come looking for them. It's not just embarrassing, it can ruin your job, your relationships, your health, and be traumatizing to your family if they see you arrested. Here's a story. A client of mine from Norman had an old warrant for a missed court date. He figured he could just lay low and not get pulled over. Months went by, then he got into a fender bender. The responding officer ran his name and found the warrant instantly. He was arrested on the spot and ended up missing even more work and facing additional cost for failure to appear as his bond had been increased. In Oklahoma, some warrants carry extra penalties if you keep ignoring them, including higher fines or even new charges. And if you move or change your phone number, you can still get picked up. Oklahoma law enforcement shares data across counties and even out of state. In fact, if you're out of state and arrested for an Oklahoma felony charge, you will face extradition back to Oklahoma, which can take over 30 days. Ignoring a warrant or skipping court in Oklahoma, that's a fast track to even bigger problems. A judge can issue a bench warrant for your arrest, and that doesn't expire. Suddenly you're not just dealing with the original charge, now you're looking at additional charges, such as failure to appear or even bail jumping, each with their own penalties. Your bond could go up, fines can pile on, and yes, jail time becomes a real possibility. Even unpaid court costs can land you back in handcuffs. Bottom line, dodging court won't make the problem disappear. In fact, it multiplies them. Don't make your situation worse by hiding. The sooner you deal with the warrant, the more options you have to stay out of jail. 3. Contact a qualified Oklahoma criminal defense attorney immediately. This is your best move to keep yourself out of jail. Get a lawyer involved before you have any contact with police. Here's what an Oklahoma criminal defense attorney can do for you. First, we can find out the details fast and quietly. We can talk to the prosecutor or their office to get information you might not be able to get on your own. Second, we can negotiate for you. Many times, if your attorney contacts the prosecutor or the court before you turn yourself in, we can arrange for a walkthrough or self-surrender. What does that mean? It means you show up at the scheduled time, not in cuffs, not at 2 a.m. in your pajamas, and go in on your own terms. Sometimes, if it's a minor offense or a first-time warrant, your attorney can even get the warrant recalled without you ever setting foot in a jail. In Oklahoma, for nonviolent misdemeanors or even some felonies, attorneys can work with judges to set up court dates where you come in voluntarily. Judges like people who take responsibility and who show respect to the court and the process. Another thing, if bond is required, we can often get it lowered or even get a PR bond, which is personal recognizance, meaning you don't have to pay anything to get out. This doesn't always happen, but you miss the opportunity to see if it can happen if you don't have a criminal lawyer fighting for you. I once had a client in Edmond who found out about a warrant for a misdemeanor crime. She was terrified of being arrested at work. We arranged a date with the court, got her warrant recalled, and worked out a payment plan for her fines, all without her spending a single minute in jail or in handcuffs. One important thing to know is this: talking to a lawyer is confidential. Even if you're just calling to ask questions and you're not sure you want to hire us, that conversation is secret and stays private. You're not going to be judged here. Our role is simply to help you understand what's going on, explain your options, and get you real answers to your questions so you can decide what you and your family do next. 4. Prepare to surrender the right way. If you need to surrender, preparation is everything. Don't just walk into the police station or courthouse and hope for the best. Here's how to do it right in Oklahoma. First, never go alone and never go on a Friday, especially a holiday weekend. Bring your attorney, or at least let your attorney set it up for you. A lawyer can call ahead, talk to the jail or court staff. Sometimes we can schedule your surrender for early in the day so you avoid spending the night in jail waiting for paperwork, or worse yet, the entire weekend. Gather your essentials before you go. Bring a photo ID, some cash for bond or fees, and a list of important phone numbers in case your phone is held. Don't bring anything you shouldn't have. No weapons, illegal drugs, or even prescription pills that aren't in your name. Trust me, I've seen all of those. Make arrangements for children, work, or pets. If you do have to spend a few hours or a day in jail, make sure someone can pick up your kids or your dog or cover your shift. One thing to know, in Oklahoma, jails will let you make at least one phone call within a few hours. But calls are recorded and listened to by the cops and prosecutors. Never discuss details of your case on a jail call. Just say you're safe and you need your lawyer. If you remember one thing from this video, remember this: do not talk about anything important on a jail phone in Oklahoma. I've had countless clients call family from jail, thinking those calls are private, only to unknowingly make statements about their case. We often don't even learn about these statements until months later when the prosecutor plays the phone call recording to us in court or in their office. The best plan is getting counsel in early. For example, a recent client in Oklahoma County called our office first. We coordinated their surrender, addressed their bond quickly, and he was back home the same day. The kind of outcome is possible when you slow things down, take a breath, protect yourself, and handle the process the right way from beginning. 5. Avoid common mistakes that get people locked up. Let's talk about the biggest mistakes people make when there's a warrant for their arrest in Oklahoma and how you can avoid them. First mistake: talking to the police without a lawyer present. You might think you can talk your way out of the warrant by explaining what happened to the detective or the cops. Don't. Anything you say can be used against you, even if you think you're just being helpful. Remember, shut up and lawyer up. Second mistake: posting about your situation on social media. Prosecutors, investigators, and even court staff look at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I once saw a case where someone posted, "Cops ain't catching me." That post was shown in court as evidence of intent to avoid arrest. Third mistake: involving bondsmen before talking to a lawyer. Bail bondsmen play a very important role, but the issue isn't using a bondsman, it's doing so before you understand your legal situation. In some cases, people feel rushed to surrender without knowing whether that timing is actually necessary. A lawyer can review the case first, explain whether a bondsman is needed, and help coordinate the right approach to your surrender if you have to. Fourth mistake: ignoring court mail or not getting a lawyer involved to track your case. If the court can't reach you, you won't know when you're supposed to appear, and you can stay in warrant status longer than necessary. In our office, we have systems in place to help prevent that. Our team tracks court dates, sends text message reminders, and gives clients access to an online portal so they always know what's coming up and always know when court is. Fifth mistake: failing to fix what caused the warrant in the first place. If the warrant was for missed court, not paying fines, or violating probation, talk to your lawyer about realistic solutions. Judges in Oklahoma appreciate when someone is actively trying to solve their legal problem. Payment plans, community service, or counseling. These and other things show responsibility and can make a big difference. Every one of these mistakes can lead to more days in jail, higher bonds, and even new criminal charges. Don't give Oklahoma prosecutors extra ammo against you. Play it smart and follow these steps instead. So let's wrap up. If you just found out there's a warrant for your arrest in Oklahoma, here's what to do to stay out of jail. 1. Get the facts about the warrant. 2. Don't ignore it, it won't go away. 3. Call a respected Oklahoma criminal defense attorney immediately. 4. Prepare for surrender if needed with your lawyer's help. 5. Avoid the mistake that puts people behind bars. If you found this helpful, you cannot miss our next video. Charged with a felony, do this to fight back. And that one will break down exactly what to do if you're facing felony charges in Oklahoma, your rights, your defenses, and how to protect your future. Make sure to watch that now. It might just make the difference between freedom and a felony conviction. That's where this continues. Your better future.